I'm back again. This is about leadership. My name's Joe Murphy. If you don't know me already, I do leadership videos. I also run what we call the Leadership Academy. And I'm going to be bringing it to LinkedIn, or at least bringing it to an open forum, show you what I do. Hopefully it will resonate with you, but that's going to be in the future. Look for me. Look for the invitations or the announcement soon. Right now, I want to talk to you about everything that's going around LinkedIn all the time, about leadership. I love it. It's great. Good stuff. Everybody's talking about the ingredients to leadership, the secret ingredients. I'm going to tell you something shocking. I'm going to tell you something that might knock me right out of a job. Leadership cannot be taught. Cannot be taught. Shocker. I teach leadership. Actually, I facilitate discussions on leadership. But the fact of the matter is, it cannot be taught. Leadership must be learned. And how do you learn it? That's right, I heard you say it. You've got to try it, fix it, experience it. You must try the things you learn from books, from teachers, from courses, and apply them and learn what works and doesn't work in various situations. Because that's the key. You're dealing with human beings in different situations, and each human being has their own experience and the lens through which, these are lenses, this is glasses, through which they see the world. And when you're dealing with human beings, everybody's unique, which makes your experience as a leader unique. Every leader is a unique person. Every experience is a unique person. And if you don't understand this, you're missing a critical point. Leadership cannot be taught. You must learn it. The best way is to pick up some of the ideas and concepts from some of the best leaders, model behavior, get mentors, and apply it. And here's the key word. Get ready. It's a big one. You ready? Trip, stumble, actually there's a couple words, Joe. Stumble, fail, fall down, get back up. There is no other way to experience leadership. You're going to make mistakes, and if you think you're going to come through this life unscathed, you're not really stretching yourself. All right, I hope this makes sense. I could probably end it here, but I won't. This is important stuff that I'm giving you here today. What can be taught is management skills. Those things can be taught. But that's not what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about how you can develop yourself even better, even more, by getting more experiences. I want you to write down these words. Anticipate. Anticipate your next meeting. What's going to happen? What are people going to say? What are they going to do? How are they going to react? What are you going to do? Anticipate. You need to be active and imaginative as to what can happen. Now, I was talking to a group of high potential students from a major corporation the other day. One of their leaders said, "You cannot visualize yourself. It doesn't work." I had to be quiet. I'm a consultant now. I got to be quiet with certain things. But that was wrong. Everybody visualizes. Well, I don't mean everybody. Most people visualize. You use your brain, your mind. We are creatures that can think about ourselves in an important situation. Sports professionals do it. Olympic athletes do it. They visualize events. I'll get into that at some other point. Anticipate, visualize yourself in the meeting, in the upcoming meeting. Visualize yourself coming home. Visualize yourself going into work. What could possibly happen? But you need to be active. An active agent, you've heard this, I think, of change. Not active agent in the corporate change, yes, but in your development. This is how you learn. Anticipate, be an active agent of change. Don't be passive. Don't let things happen to you. Cause things to happen. Create the future. You've heard that, but this is how you do it. Okay? You don't want to also be habitual. Well, I love good habits. But sometimes you got to break out of the mold. You got to learn something new and do something different, something that feels uncomfortable, something that's going to set your world on fire. You're going to test it out, try it, get on with it, fix it, fall down and get back up. That's why the Japanese have the saying, fall down 7, get up 8. Next thing, and this is something that I was teaching in a leadership academy a couple days ago. I teach this a lot. Here's the other big word. This is number 2. You gotta erase it, get these words so you can see it. Here it is. You've probably heard this word before. Listen. You can learn by listening to others. You can listen to how they think, listen to how they digest information. You can ask them certain things. But if you're already a leader, you have to listen more and ask questions. One of the key things about listening is not voicing your ideas or opinions first. Let the other people go first. Listen last. Be the last to speak. Don't nod your head. Don't shake your head when you disagree. Listen. Ask questions. Ask good questions. Open-ended questions if you want. Direct questions if you prefer. But you want to learn. Become, and here's the key word. Everybody says be curious. I don't like that word. It's a form of judgment. I'm curious how you got there. Become fascinated. Say, wow, that's interesting. That's fascinating. When you're fascinated, you go, wow, I want to learn more about how you got there. The last one is participate. You know, so many people are afraid to jump in the fire because they're afraid they're going to be embarrassed, say something wrong, do the wrong thing. You're only going to get out of this life the same way everybody does. Nobody's going to remember when you goofed up. The only person that's going to remember is you. The next day, oh gosh, that was a bad thing. I did something really dumb. All right, so what? Get over it. You're not that important. Kobe Bryant says that. Kobe Bryant says these words. Get over it. Kobe Bryant was shooting air balls when he was younger, and he was embarrassed, and he had to talk to himself. Kobe Bryant said, I had to get over myself. And he had to say to himself, I'm not that important. Or, you're not that important, Kobe. And then he strengthened his arms. But he kept on shooting. He learned how he was missing. So he started to shape his future by participating, getting out there, shaping events, rather than being shaped by them. Participate, shape events. You got to get out there, not to be shaped by them. You know, one of the things I got really lucky in life, I got into sales at an early age. Wasn't smart enough to do anything else, so they hired me as a salesperson. But my experience as a salesperson gave me a lot of things. I had a lot of different experiences. Not all of them so good. But I learned by a lot of my failures. I fortunately worked for a good company that allowed me to fail more times than I succeeded. And they kept on investing in me with time, energy, and effort. So I got to experience a lot of different people. I got to help clients or customers. I got to see the world from all sorts of perspectives, from the psychological point of view of understanding went through a buyer's mind, to the psychological perspective of a finance person trying to make a deal work. It was just an amazing thing. And I tell you that because if you're looking to get on the fast track, I can't think of a faster track to get into leadership than getting into sales if you use it the right way, because that'll give you the experience very quickly. In the meantime, if you're afraid to get into sales or don't want to get into sales, do these 3 things. I'm Joe Murphy. I'm here for your success. I look forward to talking to you in the next session.